And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Tonight, we're talking a woman's decision to get up and leave a marriage. And there's a whole name for it now. It's called Walkaway wife syndrome. And while it's not uncommon for a woman to want to leave a marriage, it's becoming a phenomenon because so many people, and so many of them, are doing it these days.
As of right now, they're saying about 70% of women, 2/3 of women are filing for divorces. And so that only means only a third of it is men that are going to their lawyers, initiating divorce in comparison to men. And when it comes to college educated women, they actually file up to 90% more. So, I mean, that's a huge jump as well.
Now, are we talking simply about infidelity or other reasons why there is the walkaway wife syndrome?
It's simply about lack of communication and dissatisfaction. The reason why, there's several reasons why women are filing more often than men, but most of it is this basic dissatisfaction in the relationship. Right now, even though we are in 2022, women are progressive, we're career women, we're advancing, but yet we are still the ones who are having to manage most of the household work. And so we're just dissatisfied with the dynamic in our relationships. We're tired, we don't get the help, we're not getting heard from our spouses. And there's still some of that old school mentality that women are supposed to do the housework and men are supposed to go. But right now you can't do that because women are doing it all.
Yeah, you're going out making the money, and then you got to do the housework and cook the meals.
Absolutely.
So what can men do? What can husbands do to prevent this from happening?
You know, I think when it comes to this type of issue, it's usually because men and women are not communicating their expectations in the relationship. When it comes to expectations, we have to literally break it down to the little nuances, what we expect our husbands to do and what we expect our wives to do. And sometimes we don't even realize we expect them to do anything in particular until that time comes. So if our grass gets tall, we don't really realize like, oh, I actually expect my husband to go out and cut it. And you probably never communicated that with him. And he may not be the grass cutting type of guy, right? So it's the lack of communication and not being able to communicate our dissatisfaction without feeling offended, right? When you're talking to someone about them, it's an automatic defense. And it's not really a time where people like want to open up and say, okay, you're right, I'm doing this bad, let me work on it. So dissatisfaction, lack of communication.
And of course, you can have the old honey-do list that just doesn't include tasks around the house or chores around the house, but communicating things that you need to do with your wife. You need to hear her.
Exactly. You need to listen to her. I always tell people when you wake up in the morning, you really need to ask yourself, what can I do to make my partner feel loved? And I know that sounds crazy, but it can be a little thing like, oh, she likes Snickers. Let me go and get her a Snickers, right? But if you actually put your spouse first before anything else, it is bound to be a great relationship. You're putting each other first. You're making sure you're listening to each other. You're loving each other in the way you need to be loved, and everyone thrives. The reason women are filing more and there's this huge difference in number, it's also because women tend to suck it up more often than men until we just can't suck it up anymore. And it's also just a place of explosion. So, you know, there's a lot of different reasons and a lot of different angles we could come at it, but communication is key. And it's not about communicating just to have a response, it's communicating to listen.
And if you see your wife on the verge, first of all, you got to pay attention. But if you see her on the verge, extremely unhappy, what would be the first thing you suggest for the husband to do?
You know, if you are noticing that your wife is extremely unhappy, that didn't just happen. That's been happening. It's been unfolding in front of your eyes, and somehow you were not able to catch it. But if you are one of the lucky ones who actually does catch it, all you have to do is sit down and say, tell me what I can do. What do you need from me? Relationships are about support. Marriages are about supporting one another. And sometimes you have to step back to make the other person feel better and help them thrive. And as a husband, that's what you're going to have to do in these type of situations. That doesn't mean do everything that they say, but at least try to be the partner you would want for yourself.
All right, Dr. Angela Jones, always good to see you. And of course, we'll see you back here on your regular Wednesday night.